Merry Christmas!
And happy holidays.
Welcome to the Christmas edition of the NANICAST, episode 6.
Yeah.
Which is a very Christmassy number, because it rhymes with Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Christopher, obviously, who Christmas is short for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, St. Chris.
Christmas is short for Christopher Massey.
Christopher Massey,
Christopher
who
Massey
delivers all the presents to the football clubs around the world. He sounds like a footballer.
I was thinking he was a footballer.
Massey!
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's been a little while.
It has.
We haven't seen you since the subathon. Well, you haven't seen us. We've seen you.
Yeah, it took a lot out of us.
Mm-hmm.
I think collectively drained both of us in ways that we did not expect.
No.
We
weren't ready for.
We did do an episode after the subathon, didn't we?
I don't think so. I think episode
Was it?
5 was.
I think it was just after. No, we did it during because it was.
Yeah.
That's
what I mean. That's what I meant by the subathon.
I see. Yeah. No, yeah. So been a little while, but we've been doing lots of things that have nothing to do with content.
Yeah.
We went skiing.
Went on holiday
in Austria, which was very nice.
Very lovely. We went to a place called Obergurgel,
which doesn't exist.
Which doesn't. It sounds made up. It really sounds made up. But it was gorgeous.
Yeah, I can ski now, which is something I couldn't do before I went.
Gained a new skill.
Yeah.
Which is always an exciting thing to do, I feel like, on holiday.
Don't need a New Year's resolution now.
What, you've done it?
Yeah, I've done it.
Right.
Yeah. Learned to ski. I did it before New Year's. I'm that practical.
Your pre-New Year resolution.
I'm ahead of the curve. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of bizarre that the last month or so for me hasn't really felt real.
No, it's been very... I think it's when it gets to that end of the year point, things start to move really, really quickly into the new year because everything feels like so close and like everything has been and gone and you can't really get a good perception of like everything you've done. But a lot of things have happened in the year. Yeah. Like, but it doesn't feel real sometimes.
It has been an eventful year. I think later on in the episode we'll do a little 2022 sort of retrospective.
Yeah.
But for now, have you got something to kick us off?
To kick us off, I thought, given the whole New Year's aspect, and we're kind of rolling into this 2023, some advice for January is probably afoot.
Okay.
Because January is a difficult time for content creators. It is the number one month in which content creators die.
Oh my god,
yes, in which channels fall off and are never seen again.
I really thought you meant someone was coming to get us.
No, the Grim Reaper is sharpening his scythe. He's ready for January to just...
Okay, like so when you say they die, you mean in a...
Their channels die.
Their channels
And
die.
this happens for a few reasons. So, number one, ad revenue is completely down.
Yep.
People are not making as much money as they were. And for some people, that ends up happening right at a point where they've jumped into content creation as a full-time job. So, a lot of that happens sort of mid-year into the latter end of the year. Come January, after they've made the switch, they lose all their money and they can make none and they can't pay rent for the next 3 months and they end up going back to whatever they were doing before.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. It happens more often than is, would be preferred. So a few things to sort of combat that I thought would be good to sort of go over, give a little advice, because we've been doing this for a number of years now.
Yeah.
And we've faced
several.
January in all its forms, another one being February. February is just as bad as January.
It really is.
January is the real the dipping point, and then you kind of have to fight through February, maybe even March.
My analytics page in 2021 was hilarious because you literally saw like the little chart in December going across and then plummeted January 1st, a cliff face down to half revenue.
Yeah.
Like, it's like kind of absurd.
It is.
And I'm still not exactly sure quite why there's such a significant dip.
It's just because advertisers go so ham on the Christmas portion of the
Yeah.
year. So, and you not only have more advertisers, you have bigger advertisers that are spending more money, because it's not like a linear thing. Like, people are, like, not all advertisers pay the same amount.
Yeah.
You know, John's Chip Shop is not paying the same amount for his advertisement.
John's Chip Shop.
they're
When was
not-
the last time you saw a YouTube advert for John's fucking Chip Shop? That'd be brilliant.
I wish there was. I will.
You know-
but he doesn't have the money to spend on advertising.
Hold on. You know that you get those like local TV adverts where it's just people from your area?
Yeah.
Imagine if you had that for internet advert. Because you don't really.
You sort of have them for mobile games. But
Yeah.
you know, the really terrible mobile game adverts where it's
Yeah.
like, wow, I cannot believe that I got this character.
Yeah.
What character was it? The legendary Jin Mori from for Battlecasters Online.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
that kind of shit, and then I don't know, he's cheating on his wife or something. In the end, you know,
plot
it's a little
development.
plot story.
Yeah, but you don't. What I'm saying is like highly localized.
Uh-huh.
Like you don't get like if you're from fucking Norwich, right? You're not gonna get Big John's Burgers Norwich
No.
adverts
No.
on YouTube, and I feel like you should.
Yeah.
You should get like the dodgy ones where it's just literally someone's phoned themselves on they've recorded themselves on their phone,
Yeah.
sat on a chair going, "Come down to my shop tomorrow, 20% off all chips when you buy a large pizza." I think that'd be brilliant.
It would be good. It would be good. The technology is there because they do it for countries.
Yeah.
Because when we were in
They do-
Austria,
they even
I
do
was
it
getting
for-
a bunch of Austrian adverts.
They even do it for cities.
Yeah.
The cities. So I feel like it's doable.
Let's do it for towns on the
Do it for
village
towns.
level.
Do it for postcodes.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have big advertisers spending a lot of money. You know, the example I always use is Coca-Cola because they're everywhere in Christmas because they've got the big fucking, you know, truck rollout.
Yeah.
And Santa's driving around going, "Eh."
Did you know about Santa and Coca-Cola?
What do you mean?
Do you know Santa's coat? His colours
Yeah,
are
red.
because
Because of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Santa Claus was originally in folklore green.
Oh, that does make sense.
They changed him to
actually.
red because the Coca-Cola brand and the Coca-Cola adverts, and it just stuck.
Brilliant.
How good?
That does make sense because in World of Warcraft, you get two different Christmas outfits. One's green and one's red.
Brilliant.
And I always wondered, why green? Is
And
it just because it's a Christmassy colour?
Christmas colours are green and red,
Yeah,
aren't they?
green and red.
Now, I hope that is a true fact.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember that fact from when I was a kid and I learned it in school. And if
Uh-huh.
that's wrong and I've just been lied to, then thousands of people on the internet are just going to point at me and laugh.
It's very possible.
I'm sure that's true, though.
It's very possible you're a big, stupid idiot.
I don't have a rebuttal for being called a big, stupid idiot.
It's always possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why people aren't getting as much money, is because Coca-Cola Man is
Yeah.
Santa.
Santa.
And essentially that just goes away in January. And so do most of the other, you know, advertisers, because everyone has spent their money on Christmas presents and there's no
Yeah.
need to advertise to them. Which in some cases is a bit stupid because after Christmas in January is also a time where people do still buy things with probably the money that they got from
For
people from Christmas.
yeah.
So there are a few people that do try and capitalize on that, but generally the big companies are not going to risk that, you know, minute aspect, because mainly it's like families buying a bunch of shit for their kids and then not having any money for January themselves.
Yeah.
So, some things to avoid doing.
Yes. Advice time.
Yeah, advice time. So that thing that we're really good at.
We're so good at advice.
We give gold
Yeah.
ones for advice. We're very known for this.
Well, specifically, we give very good advice for entrepreneurs starting business.
True. Now let's see if we can sort
Give
of
life
categorize
advice.
that to
Yeah.
continuing your business, because you know, at the end of the day, that's what we are. We're entrepreneurs. We have created businesses, and we are, you know, of our own volition and mindset, and carrying them forward into the world.
Yeah, this is a business podcast. I've said this before. This is a business podcast.
Yeah. We do very well in business.
We
I got a B.
I didn't do it.
We
didn't have it in my school.
You're not qualified. I've got A level.
We did engineering.
Right, well, you can handle the technical aspects.
I can show you how to use a drill bit.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So, the number one thing to do in January is nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that this year.
Don't upload. Don't put anything out in January. Now that may seem counterintuitive because you'll think, well, how am I gonna make any money? You know, or if I'm not putting out content. And yeah, it's just unavoidable. The plummet is coming.
That's tough.
It's not. You can't escape it. The best thing you can do is save all your uploads for February.
I'll say this.
And weather the storm.
I'll say this. As somebody who has skipped January, pretended it didn't exist,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think you should just not upload, but for sure you should upload with the fact in mind that whatever you do in that month is probably not going to get much revenue, and it's going to get less views because YouTube pushes things less when it's advertised as less. So I would say low effort content is fine for January. Low investment content as well. If you've sunk like, £1,000 into something, into a project, don't try and release it in January.
No.
Because you're just not going to see that money back. But yeah, like low stakes stuff, I think, for sure.
If you upload 4 times in a month normally, upload twice in January.
Yeah.
Probably the same for February too. Here's a fun thing that if you're not, making a living off this at all, and you really have no sort of risk involved, January is actually a very good time to upload because nobody else is uploading. Everyone whose actual job it is to upload is not. Therefore, you can then make fucking 8 videos in that month, and probably one of them is going to get way more traction than it would have because there is a lack of content in January. So it works both ways. January can be great for people, and it can also be terrible. More often than not, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Because even if you are filling that gap, like you say, YouTube just pushes stuff less in January because the advertisers aren't there, and they don't care about pushing content when it's not making any money.
I think that's solid advice.
I think so, yeah. Take advantage of your surroundings in January.
That sounded like a fortune cookie.
Good fortune. We're keeping it up.
Good luck and fortune to my homies.
Yeah.
Never forget the mantra.
So what are you going to be doing in January?
What am I going to be doing in January? Good question. I'm going to be really busy like the next few weeks. So I made a bunch of plans and I might not be able to do them.
Nice.
Basically what I thought is I want to revisit a lot of my old songs.
Yeah.
And sort of reproduce and re-release them, modernize them a bit, because there's a lot of older songs where if you get past the really corny American accent I was doing in my older music, there's some good stuff there. The production is quite good. The hooks are quite good. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going back and I'm going to rewrite a couple of them and bring them back out. And I think I'll start doing that in January because, like I said, it's sort of a low stakes, low investment.
Yeah.
Most of the work's already done. So if they don't do very well in January, that's fine. I didn't put a ton of effort into them like I would like a new original song. So I think that's what I'm going to be trying to do.
Yeah, sort of like something that would normally take up a side project time and take away from main content. Just get it done in January.
Exactly.
Get it done in a time where you're not pushing a load of your regular stuff. So that's a good plan. My one will be streaming in January.
Oh,
because
very good.
What streaming does is it doesn't kind of adhere to the advertisement platform. Obviously you get money from ads. However, you main source of revenue from streaming often is subscribers and donations. So if you're doing that and relying more on something, kind of steady, rather than sort of the up and down CPM, that's going to be a lot more beneficial. So that's another thing you can do as well. Move to, consistent. Well, I say consistent. It's not consistent because it's relying on other people.
Yeah.
However, it's more consistent than, advertisement algorithm, which is just almost a non-existent consistency.
Oh, that's a... Say that again.
Something. A non-existent consistency.
Ooh, that tickled the ear just right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like that though. I think that's a decent plan. Man, I simultaneously I miss streaming sometimes. And then I do it and I'm like, fuck this. This is terrible.
Well, you moved to YouTube. So
I didn't.
How's that move been?
Awful. So bad.
Oh my God.
YouTube streaming is not good. It's not good for the viewers. It's not good for the streamer. It's not good for the moderators.
No, moderating is terrible on YouTube because I tried to do it on your first one. It's god awful.
Yeah. They just haven't made any attempt to build a system for streaming from the ground up. They've just tried to apply streaming to their pre-existing platform, and it's so messy. So I'm going to be going back to Twitch, but like doing certain streams on YouTube where the YouTube audience is there for it, and certain streams on Twitch where there wouldn't be an audience for it on YouTube, kind of thing. So I'm just diversifying.
Yeah.
There's my business advice. Diversify.
Yes.
2023 is the year of diversity.
Yeah.
Not in like a... Yes, in an inclusive way. Not to say not in an inclusive way.
Not in an inclusive way. We are not including any other diverse things in this apart from our content.
Don't diversify.
Don't diversify.
Don't diversify. I need to cancel this line of thought now. I need to abort this line of thought right now. All I'm saying, I'm not saying don't listen.
Getting worse. It's getting worse.
Just diversify your income sources, okay? If you are trying to be a content creator or do anything creatively online, diversify as much as you can your income sources, because then you're not only at the peril of, like, for example, the YouTube algorithm CPM kind of thing. You're at the sort of mercy of several of them instead, which is way more exciting.
Exactly. You got to keep them on the toes.
Yeah.
So merch lines.
Yeah.
You know,
Patreon,
like I said,
even
Patreon. People are gonna have disposable income increases. So release a merch line in January on fucking Teespring or something. I'm a fan fiber person, but that's because I'm allowed to be a fan fiber person. For people that cannot be a fan fiber person, then other sources may be beneficial to you. I, however, think fan fiber is the best.
Are you contractually obliged to say this? This is great. Turns out Connor's signed a different contract for me for FanFiber. I can say whatever the fuck I want about FanFiber.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm on a different one. No. I just don't want them to see this.
No, they are very good. I like FanFiber. But you've just reminded me that I should do another merch run.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed doing shorter limited edition merch runs. I did one for Halloween. I'm doing one for the Songs for Ghosts EP. I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's better than just like, I don't know. I feel like it incentivizes people to actually, join in and get something as well.
It does, yeah.
Rather than just
the codes help as well.
Huh?
The codes help as well.
The codes help, yeah.
FanFiber has a lot of codes on pretty much all the time.
This is not an advertisement for FanFiber, by the way. But do buy our merch.
Yeah.
But like, this just feels like I'm saying the word FanFiber a lot, and I'm... You know what I mean?
Advertising's up at Christmas.
Advertising's up at Christmas, guys.
Even for us.
If you still haven't got your loved ones a gift...
There's time.
Fanfiber.com/Shwabados.
There's not time. The deliveries.
Oh, yeah,
delivery.
Yeah, no.
There's not time.
There
New Year's
time.
gifts.
New Year's, if you want... Actually, what's the next holiday? If you need to get something for Valentine's Day...
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That would be good. So where were we?
I can't remember, man.
I can't, no.
We were doing business advice, I think.
We were. I mean, we were still continuing with the business advice.
Yeah,
really.
Do you have more?
Not really.
Me neither.
That was my sort of like pool of knowledge when it comes to business. I'm really bad with business.
Yeah, so our sum total business advice was you going, don't upload in January. Me going, upload in January.
Just,
just wing it.
Just wing it. I mean, that's what I've done. I really have not had a plan for like 4 years straight, and I'm doing all right.
I do think there's some good advice in what we've just said.
Yes,
though, in the last sort of 10 minutes of what we just said. There's something in there, I'm sure.
No, for sure. I mean, it's a difficult time. There's been lots of channels that I have seen just completely die and perish due to this sort of like era, because they don't expect it when they're not in it, and it's their like first time kind of switching into it. It's so hard to like predict that that's gonna happen, but when you know it and when you've been through it a couple of times, it gets easier. Just don't sink all your stuff into it, straight beforehand. An anime aside.
An anime aside.
Yes.
Are you sort of talking into the side of your microphone right now?
Ish.
You're sort of doing this.
Well, no. Well, no. It's fine.
I'm the one who's going to be editing the audio. For those who don't know, ConnorQuest doesn't do anything for this show.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You've heard him talking about Marv? That's me! No.
Big Marv's on Christmas holiday at the moment.
Oh, yeah, he's on leave. He's on leave,
so it's all up to you.
Yeah, it's all up to me.
There we go.
Beautiful.
That's better.
I just want you to make as little work for me in the post as possible.
It's working. It's working. Anime aside for this is the only thing I could really find was that Jujutsu Kaisen finally has a release date.
Whoa!
Which is July 2023.
Oh.
Which is a long time away still.
I'm so excited for it though. I love Jujutsu Kaisen so much.
They cucked us, is what they did, because they were like, special Jujutsu Kaisen announcement in October, and it's like, yay, we're finally gonna get the anime in October, and it's like, no, it was the announcement for the release. Actually, no, there was an announcement in July for the announcement in October that then was the official release date being in July. And I just don't believe them anymore.
No. But hey, that's something to look forward to in the summer.
Sure.
I don't. Is anything else coming out in July next
there
year?
was this one. I don't know if it's coming out as like an anime, but it is currently releasing in manga form. And I think I showed you a YouTube short of it, which was a small manga about a dragon girl who goes to school and is apparently very, very wholesome and cute. It's called Ruri Dragon.
You've definitely not showed me this, but I am excited.
I put it in a little group chat. So it's apparently Shonen Jump's next superstar, as said by Taser Lad on YouTube.
That fountain of anime knowledge.
It was a very
Taser Lad.
It was a very informative post. It outsold Volume 1 of Chainsaw Man, Volume 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I think it was close to the sales of Volume 1 of My Hero Academia.
Oh, so it's that actually is quite impressive.
It's one of the best-selling Volume 1s, since I think My Hero Academia released. So it's doing very, very well. It's by Masaki Shindo, is the mangaka of this, and yeah, it looks very cute. It looks very cool.
So the premise is just a dragon girl.
Yeah, she is a girl. She finds out that she is half dragon, and she goes to school, and
so it's not immediately obvious that she's half dragon.
Well, she has horns.
Oh.
She is
See, I was really expecting when you described this that it was kind of, what's the situation with the what's the girl who's a fox and she
Tamako Chan is a fox.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like one of those where she's just straight up a dragon.
No,
and she just tries to pass herself off as a
she's
student.
half dragon.
Okay.
She's half dragon, so
which just means she's a regular girl with horns.
She's a regular girl with horns, as is most half creatures in anime.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah. Well,
so that's a new one that looks exciting. Sort of like a Komi Can't Communicate, sort of nice.
Yeah, sorry, the way you said Komi. I really thought you said Kummy. Yeah, sort of like a Kummy. I was like, where are we going?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so
you never know what the fans are gonna do with it.
True. More slice of life type stuff though. That's fun. I've been more into that comedy, slice of life, wholesome stuff.
It's nice to not have a fucking shonen arc for once, like in sort of like shonen, because I'm very sick of shonens.
But I'll tell you what shonens are coming out soon.
What?
Solo Leveling.
Oh.
And now correct me on the name here because I'm probably going to... I think it's Hell's Paradise?
Hell's Paradise,
Hell's Paradise. Mm-hmm. Those two have received trailers recently. And I think they're coming out in 2023.
I did see Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise has been held as like it will be the next massive one. Like the next sort of Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen... just because apparently the manga is very, very good, but not very talked about.
I've heard mention of it, kind of thing. Yeah. And those who talk about it very, very highly.
Yeah.
So
I am slightly worried that it will be sort of like a Platinum End sort of thing, where the anime is not very good. But yeah, because Platinum End, the manga was actually quite good. I read a few volumes of that. Never finished it, but it is what it is.
I've never even seen Platinum End.
It's quite good. It's quite a nice. It's a fun little story, actually.
Yeah. My list of things that I want to read keeps getting longer, but I don't actually start reading any of them.
No,
so it's just sort of piling up at this point.
Yeah, literally as well.
Yeah,
because we buy a load of manga that we
manga,
just don't
and it literally
read.
just piles up. That's my New Year's resolution.
Read more
manga. Yes,
I think that might have been our last year's resolution as well. To be honest, yeah,
it might
very
have
much
been.
might have been.
It really might have been. To be fair, I did read more manga this year than last year.
Yeah, for sure. Because we're now
I read Chainsaw Man. I read more Jujutsu Kaisen, past where the anime is. I read Berserk.
Yeah, you did.
I read. I've got to have read more than that.
Did you read? Oh, you read some Bleach.
I read a little bit. I started Bleach.
Yeah,
I've started Bleach. Yeah.
Did you read any Beastars?
I've read a little bit of Beastars. I still haven't finished it because I haven't got all the physical volumes. But yeah, I read a few more volumes of Beastars. I really thought I'd read a ton.
Well, you did read like 4 big fucking volumes of Berserk. Because they are massive. And, while you've not read that many series, maybe, you have read the entirety of Chainsaw Man. Like, however many chapters there are.
Do you know what I've done? Is I've read a lot of first volumes.
Yeah.
I read the first volume of Spy Family, Zone 100, Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
Like, I've done a lot of first volumes, which is why it feels like a lot. But I haven't really got stuck into a lot of series. There you go. There's my New Year's resolution. Not read more manga. Read more
variety.
Read more of a full series.
Oh, read more of a full series. So less variety.
Probably less
Shwabadi
variety.
said no diversity.
No diversity this year. Except in income. All that matters is money.
But not in manga. Well, the trending tab for me is pretty bland at the moment. The trending tab is mainly just Twitter killing itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big Daddy Elon.
Big Daddy Elon is not taking care of his children again. There was a big fiasco while we were away, obviously with the Linktree policy that never ended up apparently going through or just will not happen because of the uproar, which surprisingly is one of the few uproars that worked. Because the rest have just sort of gone through anyway. Like the Twitter Blue subscription just went through, even though people were complaining about it. But this one actually was like, no, do not do. This is ridiculous. Because it was.
It was absurd.
It was absurd.
So for those that didn't see it, essentially Twitter made a post talking about they were going to ban posting links to other social medias and including things like Linktree where people are congregating their links to everywhere. So they were essentially trying to monopolize people's attention onto its own site. Which is technically illegal.
Technically, yes.
It's technically a breach of monopolization laws.
I don't think that if they'd actually put it forward with any kind of like FTC laws, then it would have gone like through properly. So that might be why they avoided doing it
because they realized, wait a minute,
they were like, hang on, this is illegal.
This is illegal. We can't do this. But
it is difficult to sort of like manage that because it is on their own platform, so it's like technically they can do what they want, but where does it stop with like businesses' Twitters? Like where does that line? So because a business is obviously going to use Twitter as a promotion platform.
Yeah.
And they were basically just saying, no, not allowed anymore. And it's like, but you can't do that. You know, Facebook had a specific implement for businesses. Facebook pages were, for businesses to promote their stuff and take people off their site, which, eventually people were just using Twitters for because they have business Twitters. People do it for Instagram, especially, art businesses do that a lot. The whole point of social medias a lot of the time now is to promote business. And, you take that away and your site becomes infinitely less useful. Yeah, it completely separates and gets rid of one half of your site, essentially. So yeah, stupid decision, as have been many of the things that have gone on Twitter recently.
And then Elon did a poll.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did a poll where he's like, should I step down as CEO of Twitter?
Yes.
Yes, of course you should.
It's been a terrible, terrible run.
You've received nothing but backlash for almost every decision you've made since stepping up to the position.
Definitely lost infinite amount of money for the company, for themselves. Like,
just been hemorrhaging money from investors.
Yeah.
Hemorrhaging users as well to sites like Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just... what a shit show.
Yeah.
It really proves that, like...
reinstated people that had previously got banned.
Yeah.
For, very serious things. And
then banning people who didn't like him.
Banning people who didn't like him. Banning people for the parody thing, which was hilarious.
Yeah, it's very funny. It's sort of... There's been, discussion about people like Elon online for a while. About him not really being that, clever.
Yeah.
Or being that socially adept or anything like that, right? Those are some of the biggest criticisms leveraged at him. But this is the first time where he's just shown how shit he is at everything, like on a public space.
Yeah.
Which is great. And it's so funny seeing like the tech bros, the crypto bros trying to like defend him. That type of audience who are just dick riding Elon Musk.
It's incredible. I don't know how you get to that position of being so infatuated with a billionaire.
One of the richest people in the world.
Who does nothing for you.
No.
As a person.
Like, you personally have no stake
no.
in this person. But it is hilarious.
It is very funny to watch. It is very funny. I will always appreciate laughing at them.
Me too.
Speaking of laughing at things that people write on the internet, I have a really good comment.
Oh, I also have a comment, but
okay.
let's hear it.
I think you're going to enjoy this one very much.
Let's scroll down to the comment section.
Oh, the comment section is glorious today. So I had this on my Jinchuriki cipher.
Okay.
It's always a great place to go for good comments because it is very popular, it is done very well, and therefore a lot of people see it and decide to comment things.
I'll say this, the more views that something gets on YouTube and the longer time goes on those big viewed projects, the worse the comments get.
Yeah, the more unhinged they get.
So how old is Jinchuriki now? Like 2 years old?
3 years nearly.
3?
Yeah.
Damn. It's like, so that... things like Imposter for me. So time goes on, the view counts are, huge in the millions. You go to the comments and it's just a wasteland.
Oh,
it's just awful.
Filthy.
So what have you got for us?
So this is actually a story. And I do want to preface this because we say this a lot.
Yeah.
Is that the comments that are made to us in these scenarios are normally probably made by children or people who are slightly socially inept, in which there's no problem with it at all.
Yeah, a lot of our comments that we will poke fun at will be from people who are minors or English isn't their first language or, a variety of things. When we're making fun of these comments, we're not making fun of the commenter.
No.
We're taking the comment in like the context surrounding it and
just
saying
face value.
Look how funny this is.
Look how funny this is.
Nothing to do with the person behind it.
And
you know what I mean?
I always do like to preface this because this is, especially with this one, because it's like Tumblr quality.
Oh, beautiful.
It really is. So it's sort of a role play as well, which is always
I love
great.
those.
I love the role play. So this is if Gaara been my sensei.
Okay, yeah.
Gaara, you, me. Who, me? Gaara, who else? Me. I don't know, your face? He's got him there. He's fucking got him there.
How is he going to recover from
How's he going to recover? All kids. Haha, you got roasted. She did, to be fair. Gaara. Hey, you seem cool. I like you, kid. What's your name? Me. Heh, like I care. I'm Burrito.
Burrito!
He's Burrito.
Like the Mexican food?
Like the Mexican food.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. It's more spelled like Dorito, but with a B. Okay, Gaara. Naruto's son is Burrito, and Kakashi... Naruto's son is Boruto, and Kakashi calls him Burrito. Which I didn't know was a plot line or an ongoing joke.
That. I did, yeah.
Me. Fine, I'm... says name. I'm just gonna not say it.
Okay.
Because
Can we call him...
I assume it's government name.
Let's call him Tom.
Tom. Me. Fine, I'm Tom. Gaara. Hi guys, I'm your sensei. All kids except me. Bruh.
Why?
Me. Yeah, I would have Tamari instead. Fair.
Yeah, fair crack.
Gaara. Wow, you also have sand. Me. Did I ask? He's getting fucking
sick. I'm gonna throw.
He's getting fucking destroyed on every level, which is so unfortunate. Okay. I'm your sensei, so stop. Me. Who cares?
He's fucking annihilated him.
He's got no respect. Gaara is the substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Gaara. Tom, guys, time for training. All kids except me. Bro, we just met you. Me. Heh, like I care. Let's get it over with.
Okay. Is that...
That's the end of the
That's
story.
it. Okay.
That's the end of the story.
Just...
Part 2.
Oh.
If Tamari was my sensei. Remember the bit in part 1 where she said if Tamari would be the sensei? Yeah, so the story continues.
Okay.
Did you have any comments?
Well, I think it's hilarious. Why has he picked Gaara? Just to be the person that he just doesn't like in this story.
Yeah.
If Gaara was my sensei, fuck Gaara. I hate Gaara.
I'd rinse him at every level.
And also, of all the people to pick to be someone that you like try and roast, why Gaara? The person famous for just murdering random people. Maybe your face dies instantly. No, to be fair, this is a reformed Gaara. This is shipping Gaara. It's
True.
fine.
And Gaara was made fun of a lot as a child, so continue that into adulthood.
Yeah.
Why not?
Nothing can go wrong.
No. Anyway, part 2. If Tamari was my sensei. Tamari. Hey. Me. Finally, Gaara went, he got fired.
What?
Gaara got fired.
That's so why?
Because Tamari's the sensei now. Because obviously they put a complaint in, and
all of the kids
came
together.
Bruh, we want Tamari.
Yeah.
And it happened. Tamari, nope, he is still here. Gaara, hi.
He was just stood there up to the fucking side. Hold on, no. The comedic timing here is excellent.
So good.
Hi.
Me. Get out, Gaara.
Why are you talking to him like that?
All kids, we hate you, Gaara. I don't know why. I don't know why they despise him so much. Me. Actually, never mind, Gaara. You was kind of fun, I guess.
Oh.
There we go. Just like in the show.
Just like in the show.
He's been completely reformed. Us. Bye, Gaara. He's gone.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. Just before he went.
I'm glad he wrapped up that thread. That sort of narrative thread. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good story writing.
Tamari. What's your name? Who, me? Tamari. Yeah. Me. I'm Tom. Tamari. I see you have sharing...
No. How's he spell it?
I see you have sharing Ann instead of San now. It's funny because I read this before and I still read it wrong this time because it's just so good.
Sharing Anne.
I
love that. So sorry. I didn't understand the thing from part 1 where Gaara said, "You have sand too." He meant like the sand thing from the god that protects him?
Maybe. I don't know.
You have sand too. But now he doesn't have the sand anymore.
He doesn't
now
have the
he
sand.
has a sharing
He
Anne.
has a sharing Anne, yes, instead of sand now. Yeah, it was hard. My full name is Tom Uchiha.
That makes sense.
It
checks
does.
out.
It does. Tamari. Okay, guys, time for training. All except me. We just met your face.
Why are they speaking like this? Also, what did they expect from a ninja sensei? They go there and they're like, "What? Training? We just met. We're not gonna
We're gonna have an icebreaker or something.
Are we not gonna like do like a team building task? Like, do we not like build paper towers? Training? Who could have saw this coming?
Me. Let's just get over it.
Yeah, fair crack. Yeah, let's just get over it, guys.
And that is if Tamari was my sensei.
So then they went and did the training,
and then they went obviously did the training and probably used the sharing Anne.
The sharing Anne instead of the sand.
And God knows what happened to Gary. He's probably crying somewhere.
Why Tamari?
I don't know. Just kind of hot.
Yeah.
I would prefer Tamari as my sensei over Gaara.
Over Gaara?
Yeah. See how she fucked up Tenten?
Yeah, I mean, okay. I give this guy, I give Tom, a hard time originally. But to be fair, if I was a kid, I probably also would hate adult Gaara.
True. Mainly just because of the hair.
Yeah, that's why I hate him now.
Yeah.
But
his haircut's shite.
Damn. Yeah, wow, what a tale. What a
tale.
I haven't had like a full like role play type thing in my comments for a while.
Yeah.
So that takes me back. So I've got
the last one I really remember was the Luigi one that I think we did a video on back in the day.
Wow, that was
where we specifically went through bad comments.
So I have a comment. It's like it's a 3-part comment from the same person. And this cryptid that has appeared in my comment section is incredible. So I'm not going to say the name, but he comments. This is 3 comments on 3 different videos. So he starts with, "You work for me, whether you like it or not, and I have never had to pay you a cent." Okay?
Right. Okay.
Nothing to do with the video, by the way.
No.
The next video, immediately after the previous one, he comments this.
Right.
"Oh, it definitely came at a cost. Just not something isn't."
So this is actually continuing the comment.
I guess.
Because I never paid you a cent.
Yeah, I never paid, not a cent. And then the next comment, "It definitely came at a cost. Just not something as immaterial as paper money or digital currency."
Right. Immaterial, obviously. Paper money is not a material.
Okay, but the third comment, it's a little longer, so bear with me.
Okay.
As I get through this. This one doesn't seem to carry on from the previous 2, but he opens with, sorry, just reading this out loud is tickling me. "I sure hope you good men and women of my government understand enough to do the right things. I've devoted 100% of my attention to you. Trust me and don't want me to devote that time and focus on the people, because it'll be 100% and will grow fast. But people riot, and I prefer not to go that route. It's not my choice. It's yours. Inactions. Every choice has a consequence, ones you didn't foresee."
Wow. That's something. That's like a movie monologue.
It's like, I don't know what any of it means, and it's something that reads as you're reading it aloud, feels like it's grammatically correct, but I don't actually know what any of it means, so it might not be.
Is this the Joker?
"I sure hope you good men and women of the government understand enough to do the right things. I've devoted 100% of my attention to you. Trust me, you don't want me to devote that time and focus on the people."
Oh, I don't. You're right.
People riot, Batman. People riot.
It really is. This has got to be
Yeah, I just have the Joker in my comment section.
yeah,
So
incredible.
So I'm gonna put him on a watch list.
Yeah, absolutely should be. That's insane.
That was a bit of excitement when I was going through my comments. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, people will people riot?
People will riot.
Yeah. The good people at the government.
The good people of my government.
Yeah, us. Because we are the government.
I can only assume he means like when he's commenting, he's like, yeah, I know the FBI's reading this.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Like, I know you motherfuckers at the government are reading this. Let me tell you.
They're watching anime rap music videos.
Yeah.
For sure. Big fans. Big fans of us. Gordon at the FBI.
Yeah. What up? Big Gordo.
Big Gordo. Yeah. I mean, I guess that sort of wraps up everything that I had.
Okay,
planned.
excellent. Then I can bring us to the final section.
The final
So,
section.
I had So I have a Discord server, which I've mentioned a few times before, which I plugged, wherein I have a NANICAST channel and people there ask me questions, submit suggestions and stuff. So I've taken a couple from there. I didn't write their names down because I really like stealing people's ideas without crediting them.
Yeah.
So I usually do write their names down of the people who leave questions, but I just forgot today. But I have three things to go through that kind of are and aren't questions. So the first one is, someone left a comment, is a hot dog a sandwich? Which is sort of it's an old debate. It's an old internet debate. Sort of, as old as pineapple on pizza type stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not one that's as prevalent. And I'm bringing it up because, first of all, I do genuinely want your answer.
Okay.
But secondly, I have a funny story tied to this question.
Interesting.
But we'll begin with, do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
No. Or it would be a sausage sandwich, which are two different things.
Yeah.
Sausage sandwiches are a thing in the UK at the very least. And,
yes.
they're not hot dogs.
They're not hot dogs.
I'm going to say no, then they're not.
It's just... If you go on, like, definition, right? A sandwich is some sort of filling between two slices of bread or two pieces of bread. Two separate entities.
Yeah.
A hot dog is not two separate entities. It's one piece of bread cupping, sort of
Sometimes it is.
squeezing.
If you fuck it up.
Yeah, if you fuck it, it is. But it's supposed to be one sort of solid thing.
Yeah.
And what that looks like to me is a wrap.
Yeah. I guess.
A taco, even. Soft shell taco.
But aren't they normally like tortilla bread?
Yeah, it's flatbread.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like a...
So it's like a sausage wrap.
It's a sausage wrap, yeah. Is more similar to what it is. But...
I can get behind that.
But anyway, it doesn't really matter because culinary terms don't have specific definitions and stuff. And it's just random words that we come up with to describe the things that we see. So anyone who's like, well, by definition, it's... Like, anyone who does that unironically is a freak and doesn't understand the purpose of language.
Yeah.
But my funny story tied to this question is that is the first conversation that I had with Dambo.
Is it actually?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I met him at Gamescom in Köln in Germany. And when we were texting, after we met, but we didn't really say anything to each other because it was meeting rusted. She was like, because they knew each other. And I was just like, hello. And I didn't say anything because I was shy. And then later he added me on Twitter and I was messaging him and just saying hello. And that was the first conversation we had. I can't remember why it came up, but it did. And it got really heated. And I don't remember if he remembers this interaction, but that day ended with him in all caps saying, "And I will die on this hill." And then we stopped messaging each other. So,
oh my lord. Incredible.
Don't meet your heroes, kids.
No. Don't talk about meat.
Very different to my first meeting with Stupendium, wherein they was sat in a restaurant with me and designed my mascot.
Yeah.
No, my mascot Bear Buddy.
A much more friendly approach.
Yeah, much so yeah. It is just, it's such a funny interaction to look back on.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost certain Dan does not remember that.
No.
But yeah, so that was my hot dog story. My
Incredible.
other question is sort of, I'm wondering which order to do these in. I tell you what, we'll do this one first. What is your favorite piece of merch?
Oh,
Anime or gaming or nerdy memorabilia merchandise?
well, I have it right here with me. Here's one I made earlier.
Oh, you've just whipped it out from under the table.
Yes, these are car stickers that I purchased from MCM London, I believe.
Did I know you bought these?
I think so.
I was with you at MCM.
They are from a specific person, Summertime Shiba.
Shout out to Summertime Shiba.
Shout out to Summertime Shiba, who I guess makes these pretty regularly. And I got a War from Chainsaw Man.
Oh, yes.
Which is
Chainsaw Man Part 2 spoilers, I guess. But not really.
Not really. But there she is. She's got like racing gear on. She's got racing gear on, which is very cool. And I got Rebecca from Cyberpunk, who is one of my favorite Cyberpunk characters. And she looks very cool there.
So this is your favorite anime merch that you've got?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Yeah. Because I think these are really fucking cool.
They are very cool. You're not somebody who's that into cars.
No.
So I didn't think like car-based memorabilia would really...
I just think I just really love the art on them, especially this Wars one. I think is incredible.
It's very good.
For a car with the racing stuff.
Yeah.
I just think it's really cool. I don't really have anything other than like, standard merch that's like a shirt or a figure.
Figurines,
like, So I think these are a bit different.
They are a bit different.
And when I get a new car, I will probably put them on.
Okay.
Because my
just
car's...
to signal to everyone.
Yeah.
It's sort of a weeb dog whistle.
Exactly.
So.
Like masks in dogging sites.
Like what? Masks?
Masks, yeah.
When you go dogging, they give you masks.
Well, you have to wear them.
Why?
Because otherwise you
COVID?
don't know. No, like animal masks. Like weird
for dogging?
Masks. For dogging, yeah. They
you
wear,
know
clown
so
masks,
much. You know way more about dogging than
bird
me.
masks.
I thought that was for like swingers parties.
It's sort of similar. Swingers and doggers are almost one and the same.
Oh right, okay.
Well, there's a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
Crossbreeding.
So where do you go? Swinging.
It was funny because there was I go on Facebook occasionally.
Yeah.
And there was a post on my Facebook that in my local town of where I was at the time.
Yes.
And the headline read, "The top 10 dogging spots to avoid." And it was like, the top 10 dogging spots to avoid. Just don't go near these places, lads. It's like, what you've done there, you've not actually given a list of areas for people to stay away from. You've given the doggers a map.
Yeah.
Because they are obviously also the best dogging spots to go if you're a dogger.
It's a similar... Do they know what dogging is in America?
They should. I think they do. I think I've had this conversation with an American before.
Just for clarity, in case anyone doesn't know, because I'm not sure if it's an international thing, and I'm not sure just if you're someone who hasn't come across the term. It's when you go out to a semi-public area in your car and you shag strangers.
Yes, normally in the boot with the boot open.
Yeah.
And you all kind of congregate, and sometimes you're watching others do it whilst, whacking it.
Why do you know so many specifics?
What do you
normally in the boot.
Yeah, it's normally
and
in
I
the
was
boot.
watching. I mean, you'd be watching.
It's normally you have the boot open. You got the lass on the back.
You've of the definitely been dogging.
I haven't been dogging. I just know what happens.
Anyway,
I haven't been dogging. You've been dogging.
I have not been dogging. Anyway, here is my favorite piece of anime and nerdy memorabilia.
Why don't you have the bigger one?
Because, all right.
Surely the bigger one's better.
No, bigger is not always better. It doesn't. The size doesn't matter. This is plenty big. This is actually too big, if anything. So this is my favorite piece of anime merch. It is my little Ampharos plush that I got. This is actually... It was only available in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a friend get it for me in Japan.
See.
And they brought it over, and it has been several places with me. It's lived in my car. It's been in the 2 different houses. It used to live on top of speakers on my shelf in my bed. It's been everywhere with me, and it's just like my favorite plushie that I own of my favorite Pokemon, and it's very sweet. And I love Ampharos so much that when I saw him animated in a recent Pokemon Specials thing from last year, I just started crying. So there is Ampharos. I'm going to put him next to Yamato.
Yeah.
They'd be good friends.
They would be. All right. Well, what Christmas would it be without presents? And I have a present for Mr. Shwabadi. I just knocked over the light.
Yeah, you've just knocked over a light, but the setup that we have right now, by the way, is so just like if we had duct tape, this would be held together with duct tape, but we don't, so everything's just leaning on itself.
Yeah.
Now what? Well, you didn't.
It's a Waterstones bag. Waterstones, the bookshop,
Book retailer.
and in it is a gift for you.
Well, what have you done this for?
What do you mean? It's a surprise. It's
Legends and Lattes. This is sorry. First of all, thank you very much. I
Merry
appreciate
Christmas.
This is lovely. What a lovely gift. A lovely new book. This is hilarious because I was in the fucking shop with him and I went, "Look at this book. This looks fun." And I opened the first page and saw what you'll be able to see if you're watching this on YouTube is an orc and what appears to be a tiefling lady that are very, very attractive. And I went,
Yeah.
"Whoa." And then I put the book down, and you took that as your signal, and we're like, "Oh yeah, he wants that."
Yeah, he wants that.
Which, yeah, fair dues. That's very good. I like that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Legends and Lattes. We'll see what it's like. It might be shit. I hope it's not.
I bet it can't be.
Yeah. I have also got you a gift,
Uh-huh.
but it's not. I don't have it.
That's fine.
I wasn't expecting to whip out fucking. Well, now I look.
It's
now they're
Christmas.
watching this, going like. Oh, brilliant!
He's a Grinch.
He's bought him something, and he's not really in the fucking Christmas spirit, is he? I've got you, but
It's okay. I understand. Thank you for watching the episode 6 of the NANICAST Christmas special.
We haven't quite made it to an hour yet, so I just want to wrap up with one last thing.
Okay.
Which was technically a question from my Discord, but it's like it just leads into a mini segment.
Yeah.
Is looking back at 2022,
Mhm.
what is some of the highlights of the year for you personally? You can either as a creator, as a creative, personally, whatever it is. What's something you're proud of from the year?
I think the shows that we've done, so the 2 big shows in America.
Yeah.
I think they're probably some of the, just the biggest highlights of getting to hang out with a load of people. I mean, we forget that like this year was the first time we hung out with like 40 different people.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Which is wild.
It feels like ages ago.
Yeah.
Because but it was this year that all that happened, and I think that is still one of my favorite moments. Is MomoCon and NPC.
For sure, yeah. The live shows were massive highlights from this year. Sort of highlights of my career so far. Really, really exciting. Meeting fans and stuff like that. Even better probably than the UK tour.
Yeah.
Just because of the scale of it.
Yeah, just all the people who were there.
I think obviously one highlight is moving into this house together.
Yeah.
Is crazy to think that we could buy a house with the money that we've made from sitting in our bedrooms and
doing this.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Rapping songs about fucking made up characters, and then we're like, yeah, let's buy a house.
Yeah.
Mental. It's a crazy year. It has been a wild year. Queen died.
Yeah. Always
Brilliant.
a highlight.
Yeah, love that. The national anthem changed.
Yeah.
So God Save the King. Very exciting.
Elon Musk bought Twitter. War started.
Yeah.
It's been a big year.
There's a lot of things happened.
Yeah. I'd really like to stop living through these big historic events.
Yeah, if the next year could be slightly less significant,
Yeah.
I feel like my mental would like that a lot.
Yeah, it's been pretty intense. Coming off the end of a pandemic as well. It's been quite the year.
It has. But hey, on to bigger and better things, 2023. I think it's going to be really fun moving forward. And thank you all for joining us for the first year of NANICAST. This is our 6 episodes in as many months, I think.
6 months, yeah. Which isn't a bad run.
It's not terrible.
No, 1 a month.
We might be more consistent next year. No promises.
No.
But yeah, I hope everyone's been enjoying our
Upload
content
side
so far.
projects in January.
Yes. Upload side projects in January, possibly including NANICAST.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope everyone's been enjoying our content so far, and I think that's it.
Good to go. Thank you very much, everyone, and we will see you in the new year.
Yeah, in the future of 2023.
Goodbye.
Bye.